Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Mohammad Shaukat Ansari from your own lovely channel Learn English with Shaukat Ansari. Before I begin, I would like to make a very polite request to all of you that you please acknowledge, assert my efforts in order to see your English improved and circulate this channel, promote this channel, and ask your friends, ask other learners to subscribe to this channel, that is Learn English with Shaukat Ansari. My dear valued learners, today in this teaching video, I am going to elucidate the uses of has or have or had as auxiliary verbs. Have is used as auxiliary verb and also it is used as the main verb. But here I am going to discuss in this part 1 has or have or had as auxiliary verbs. You know, has or have is used in present form and had is used in past form. And has comes with he, she or singular noun like Mohan has, she has, he has, a girl has, a student has. But have is used as auxiliary verb with I have, with we have, with they have, with plural noun, I mean books have, girls have, students have, Ramesh and Ganesh have. And has or have is used in present form, in present tense, I mean. But had is used with all pronouns, all numbers of nouns, I mean singular number or plural number, had is used. And it is used in past tense. So let's begin. The primary meaning of have or has is to possess, to own, to hold for use, or contain in present tense. I repeat, the primary meaning of have or has is to possess, own, hold for use, or contain in present tense. And in similar fashion, for past tense, had is used. Examples for your elaboration, for your understanding. This book has 300 pages. It means this book comprises 300 pages. Book has, singular book has. Another example I can cite for your understanding, for your assimilation, they have 3 luxury cars. They have 3 luxury cars. Another example in past tense I can use, she had a beautiful house. She had a beautiful house. And when we use has or have or had in sentences, I mean has or have in present sentence or had in past tense, I use sentences in line with our requirements, in line with grammatical rules, sentences where we insert has or have or had according to tense and according to subject. I mean, where you have to use has or have or had in 3 perspectives. in three contexts. Sometimes in line with our requirement, we form affirmative sentences. In another way, you can say assertive sentence. And also sometimes when you make negation, when you do not agree with others, you use negative sentences. And also sometimes you put questions, you make queries, there you use interrogative sentences. So we can use has or have in present tense or had in past tense in order to form affirmative sentences, or to form negative sentences, or to form interrogative sentences. As affirmatives, where simple patterns are applied. As negative, where negation is conveyed, negation is communicated. And as interrogative, where questions are formed, where questions are put. Now, I have already told you that you use have with I, have with we, have with they, have with you, have with plural nouns like students, girls, boys have, and Ramesh and Ganesh have. And it must be clear to all of you that has is used with, is employed with in sentences, though it be affirmative sentence or negative sentence or interrogative sentence. Has is used with he, has comes with she. This student, I mean singular verb, no, here has is used after this singular noun. This student, singular noun. A girl has, Amir has. I think it's clear. Now I would like to cite some examples, relevant examples for your assimilation. Here, by using has or have in present tense or had in past tense, and I am going to convert sentences by using has or have or had into assertive, negative and interrogative as well. Take the examples of affirmative sentences. I have already told you it is also called assertive sentences, and here simple patterns are used. I mean subject comes first, then verb comes, then object comes. I mean subject comes first, then verb comes. When verb, I mean main verb, I mean auxiliary verb, no, comes, and after that complements or extra words in line with the meaning of sentences, in line with, in term with grammatical rules you have to use. So most of times we speak or we write simple sentences, I mean affirmative sentences, I mean assertive sentences. Examples: by using has or have first and then had. Example number 1, they have done a great job. They have done a great job. Second sentence, students have attended the English class. Students have attended the English class. Third sentence, she has a new car. She has a new building. Another sentence, Dinesh, past tense, Dinesh had left the college campus. Here, the first sentence I have used have with they. Second sentence I have used have with students because it is plural noun, plural subject. And in third sentence I have used has with she. And in the fourth sentence it is in past tense, had, and I have told you had comes with all subjects, all nouns or all pronouns when they are used in sentences as subjects. So Dinesh had. Now come to negative sentences. Examples of negative sentences. Negative, when you make negation, when you deny, when you refuse, when you make denials, when you disagree with someone, you use a negative sentence by using not. Has not, hasn't. Have not, haven't. Had not, hadn't. In a spoken English, hasn't. In a spoken English, haven't. In a spoken English, hadn't. But full form, has not, have not, had not. Negative sentences, example by using has or have or had. Has, have in present tense, had in past tense. They haven't read this poem as yet. They haven't read this poem as yet. Most of the students haven't attended the seminar. Most of the students haven't attended the seminar. Next sentence, she hasn't a new car. It means she is using an old car. So, she hasn't a new car. Hasn't or has not. John hadn't, past tense, John hadn't taken meal, past tense. And here one thing also I would like to tell you that as auxiliary verb has or have is used with present perfect tense. I mean subject, then according to subject has or have, then verb 3, past participle. And that's why I have used they have done. Do, did, done, verb 3. They have done a great job. And in negative sentence, they haven't read, not read, read, verb 3, past participle. They haven't read this poem as yet. Now come to the formation of negative sentences by using has or have in present tense or had in past tense. I have already informed you that has or have is used in present tense while had is used in past tense. Examples for your clarification, for your consideration. Have you a new car? It's a question. Have you a new car? And if suppose if I put this question to someone, Mr. A will reply, if he has, yes, I have. If he hasn't, no, I haven't. This will be the reply. But how can you form the question? Have you a new car? Have you a new house? Have you a new flat? Have you a new apartment? Like this you can put. So you have. Next example, has she finished singing? Has she has. So has she finished singing? And here instead of full stop there must be question mark. There must be note of interrogation in the completion of sentence, in the last of the sentence. So remember, when you write or when you make interrogative sentences, it means in the last, instead of, in place of full stop, you have to use a note of interrogation. Another example, example number 3, has he achieved the target? Has he achieved the target? Next example, had they realized their mistakes? Had they realized their mistakes? So now it's clear to all of you, my dear lovely viewers, that by using has or have in present tense or had in past tense, you can make assertive sentences, I mean affirmative sentences, I mean simple sentences, I mean plain sentences on simple patterns. And also you can use has or have or had by adding not with any one of these. Has, hasn't, have, haven't, hasn't in present tense, hadn't in past tense, had not in past tense, have not in present tense, has not in present tense. You can make negative sentences. and also by using has or have in the beginning of sentence, at the outset of sentence, in accordance with the subject. If the subject is singular, has; if the subject is plural, have; if subject is I, have; if subject is they, have; if subject is you, have; if it is we, have; if it is he, has. So examples: have you a new car? Have you a new car? Has she finished singing? Has he achieved the target? Had they realized their mistakes? Next. Now it's clear to all of you that has or have is used in present perfect tense to communicate, to convey that the action of a verb was completed prior to the present. And in similar fashion, you can use had in past perfect tense. In present perfect tense, according to subject, you use has or have plus verb 3. And in past perfect tense, you have to use had with all subjects, with all nouns, with all pronouns that come in the beginning of sentence. You have to use had. Again, I would like to cite some examples. You can notice here also behind me. And today I am presenting this video after a gap, in a new setup, in a new getup. Example number 1, I have taught tense to students. I have taught. Have taught. Verb 3. Teach, taught, taught. Next example, they have learned computer applications. They have learned computer applications. Third sentence, she has obeyed the instructions of her teacher. She has obeyed the instruction of her teacher. In past tense, by using had. Has, have, differ. Variation comes in the use of has or have in line with the subjects. But here, had with all subject. I had taught tense to students. They had learned computer science. She had obeyed the instructions of a good teacher. Done? I think you are following me. One thing more I would like to add here, and I must inform you that this is the part 1 of the uses of